Beto sketching something. What is he drawing? Oh, a flower. Cute. Very talented artist we have here. Okay. Need to wait till 10 a.m. I think we might be able to get, like, all of the events so far, because it ends in 5 days, so everything should be released by that point. There's something that they would release that you can only do, like, the last day, you know? Oh, fuck. Between 8 and 10, shit. Shit. Made it 10:01. I was literally a minute too late. Whoops.
The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's
Yay! We're gonna meet Zingsho, the person I don't want to see.
Hi there! You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides, and we'll take you onto the island.
Alright, where is he? I'm gonna bite the bullet. Where is he?
Huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
Yes.
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Oh, that's how you
Aboard
say that
this
name.
ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to support them. We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
I liked playing Theater Mechanicus. Can we play it again?
Master, he's,
Whoa! Xingqiu's just sitting there, sound asleep.
Kick him.
What?
Kick him. Do it. Damn it, you missed the opportunity.
Oh. It's the traveler in Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
How you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation list. Keep it in hand, shall we? There was a piece of paper underneath my bag.
Thank you for the mass destruction, masking over anything that he says because I don't want to hear him. Perfect timing, Winna.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
Oh?
The story you found before?
Oh, yeah! In the warehouse down by the poem hunt competition! Yeah, that's it! A friend of ours is on retail to paint portraits of the 5 Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a
Sure.
moment. So you mean that...
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh?
You don't know Kels?
Yeah. You
I know
could say
him
that.
very well.
Really?
Not as well as I'd want
That's
to,
wonderful.
obviously.
I knew that Kelks would attend the Irodori Festival, But convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the Five Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Shincho. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now.
Yeah. Oh, this should be an
Also,
interesting meeting.
We heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
Ah, so you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Calx's beautiful illustrations.
Well, of course.
Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter.
Yeah, he's just that
But when I looked
amazing.
at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite.
Only as exquisite
Oh
as he
my.
is.
I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart. Quickly now.
Yes, let's bring you to Albedo.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
All right, let's see. Oh, well, we got the slip of paper. I don't feel like reading it. I would rather be surprised and see what the illustration turns out. Oh. Hi, Albedo. It's Albedo.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, Forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Xingqiu.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
What? Why?
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Shincho act this awkward before either.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that.
Aw, but it's more fun.
Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the Five Kasen? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
Wonder what's gonna turn
I
out
understand
to.
the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
Please narrate it,
If
Albedo.
all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Sure.
Well,
Let's get some
about that.
ramen.
Do you have other plans, Shincho?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Yeah, I
Shima's.
totally know what that is.
Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Okay.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Oh, Did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Xingqiu is weird.
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, he was being sus.
Huh? Xingqiu's suspicious?
Xingqiu was
what
always
are you talking
suspicious.
about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Oh?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person.
Did he swipe
Huh? Wait
the
a
story?
minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Xingqiu himself?
Why would he steal his own
way,
novels?
That can't be right. Xingqiu only arrived in Inazuma this morning.
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's Chazuke? Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Oh.
Are you saying that Xingqiu has already been in Inazuma for some time? And that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Oh, you
Yes,
sneaky little
that is indeed
shit.
my conclusion.
But how could Xingqiu be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Xingqiu in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Xingqiu be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Okay.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
I wish it was just us going to that restaurant, Albedo. Oh my fucking god, where is this? Is this on a different island? No, it's on the other fucking side of this one. Oh my god. Oh, I just cracked my neck. Alright, which one of these buildings was that restaurant? I know you can go inside some of these buildings, but I haven't done so. Like I said, I don't spend too much time in Inazuma, even though it's got like the look that I really like. Ooh, ramen! Ramen with Albedo. How cute.
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Xingqiu gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth.
The one
Since
we're
we're still
meeting,
waiting for him,
Xingqiu.
why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
I don't want to chat with people in the restaurant, Albedo. I want to spend time with you. Stupid Xingqiu third-wheeling our date. How dare. Oh, this is a cute little restaurant. Bye.
There's been so many
I'm
lively
supposed
young
to talk
customers
to you.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Did you just hear that? Not only will Shincho be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat.
That's not true.
Welcome to
He told me he had
Uyu
really
Restaurant.
messy handwriting.
Please talk to me if you want to.
Ooh, look at this food. Yummy. I love eating rice balls. Jesus fucking Christ, Mass. Thanks, Mass. I'm just in here eating my food. I'm just at a restaurant and I get fucking assassinated.
There's been so many lively young customers recently.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant.
Yo, they're not supposed to have guns yet. So where the fuck is the next person I'm supposed to talk to? Ooh, that looks good. Oh, this is making me hungry. Who the f I'm supposed to talk to 2 other people. Albedo's one of them. Who else? Is it you? No. Little loud.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Shincho gets here?
Listen, I gotta have
Any
some good
ideas?
ones, you know? I can't have all my good ones be expensive. We gotta have some good ones for cheaper prices, too.
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Shincho mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been able to see it yet. Oh, I had to talk to them in an order.
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Hi, JM. I have no idea what you're saying. But welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We're playing some
Do you have
Genshin.
any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's
No.
been pouring these past few days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh
Oh.
catch.
What is the event
So the
about?
weather at sea has
So-
been bad these past few days?
In order to have other people and other nations see that Inazuma has changed, they're holding a cultural festival where they're going to have a bunch of new things. Like we've got Albedo here. He's going to be drawing some historical figures from Inazuma. And then we got, it's all about novels in this one, and light novels. So it's like basically a book releasing thing. That's kind of the main event. And they went missing. Someone stole them. So you have to find them. And it seems like Xingqiu, the person who wrote the books, has been lying to us. Because he knows something. So he supposedly was here before he officially arrived. And he's being real sus. Right now, this is only the second mission in the event.
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
I mean, how you could sleep through a boat rocking around like that is beyond me. I'd be way too anxious that, like, I'm gonna fall asleep and the boat's gonna sink. Or I'm gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, get up, the boat's going down. Like, I can't. I would need to be awake. I would need to be awake and miserable the entire time the boat's doing that. But for my own sanity, I couldn't sleep. So hopefully we're gonna like slowly like learn more and more. So it seems to be all these characters that have previously released, they're all gonna be canonically hanging out in this event. So far we have Venti and Albedo that have traveled from outside Inazuma to be here. And obviously Xingqiu, I said he was here too. So we'll see. We'll see how this unfolds.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
How would you know that?
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Xingqiu and see if he says anything useful. Maybe
Yeah.
we could start by asking him about the journey.
Yeah.
Well, I've never embarked on such a long journey before. Though I was quite excited when we set off, the long days at sea quickly became most monotonous.
Hi, Mike. Welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. Look, Albedo is here. And unfortunately, Xingqiu is here too. I'm not the biggest fan of him. But Albedo is here.
Journey, did anything noteworthy happen along the way?
Well, to be honest, I spent most of the trip
Thirsty-ass
with my
bitch.
nose in a novel.
Thanks, Mass. You saw a donut. I saw a donut too. Look, it's right there in the corner. A nice jelly-filled donut. God, I really can't believe 4K's done Pokemon to say that a rice ball is a jelly donut. I don't know how many years it's been since that happened, and I'm still fucking reeling that something that stupid happened.
Well, that didn't tell us much.
Listen. What book did
By
you
the
read?
way, Xingqiu, what book were you reading on the way
To look there, yes, there's Albedo.
Oh, I
My
was
love.
reading a novel called Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was sent to me by my editor.
Oh?
Didn't you feel dizzy while reading on the ship?
It was nothing I couldn't handle. Don't forget, I'm proficient in the arts of the Guhua clan. That being said, there were quite a few people aboard who felt seasick.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything suspicious about what he said so far.
This next one better give me a lot more information so I can be aha, you know? Oh, welcome back from your brief lurk, Trazzle, to time yourself out.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was definitely something really suspicious. He said that everybody couldn't do anything but sleep. That is what the restaurant owner said. Now Xingqiu is saying something else.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
Why is the food talking now? There's some sus stuff happening here.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel.
Actually, what is that rice ball made out of? It looks like brown rice, I think. Or it was cooked with something, like some sort of, I don't want to say sauce, but like, maybe it was like, I don't know. I don't think you could, I don't know what you do with rice balls. Maybe you can marinate them in something and the rice could absorb another liquid or something into it. But it looks a little weird.
My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
I want to see more Albedo art.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
What? No, everyone will love everything that you do, Albedo. And it's definitely not just me speaking.
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Oh?
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
What?
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma.
Exactly.
So logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like. Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Why you lying, bitch?
Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Why you being a sussy bitch?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. And if that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well,
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
no, please. You misunderstand me.
Why you being sus?
I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did,
you're
in
always
fact,
testing
come
my
to Inazuma
patience.
early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
What'd you do?
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence.
Oh, hi,
I didn't
Venti.
expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf Bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
God damn it, Venti.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
What?
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Uh-oh.
The criminal who stole
God
A
damn it,
Legend of
Venti!
Sword?
Did I
Venti,
say
why?
something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
What do you mean? Oh, it's not timing you out as much? Oh no, it's timing you out too much. Oh, I must have added an extra 0. That's my bad. I can fix that right now. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's saved, so it should be good now. Intentional. Exclamation mark beans for Drazzle. You have been played like a fool. Yes. There really is no reason for there to be a... If you can't see what just happened, Drazzle just did the command where it times him out. And then Mass also timed him out, so now it's a minute long.
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name, but I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Everyone,
Intentional.
It's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Yeah, there's if all it does is just time you out, there's no reason that there has to be like a large cooldown on that one. Besides, everyone wants to do the one that does the image flash, you know? Everyone wants the image flash and the sound alert. Beans is the new beans. What a sentence to say.
Water from the hot springs has magical powers to heal your body and soul.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
Going out into the world
You like
and
a beans for
investigating,
jazz? Well, better try out.
turning the unknown into the known. I miss this feeling.
Times everyone out for 2 minutes. I don't know if I could do that. No, it's literally a fact of I have to put in specific names. And I can't tell who's gonna be here. I can either have it time out the person who did it or time out specific people. I can't just blanket time out everyone who's here because I have to actually do it. Everyone doesn't work here. Multi, thank you for the raid. I was actually gonna raid you.
Onodera is innocent.
Hi, Multi. Thank you for the shout out for Multi. Nope, Multi got him. God damn it. But you see, I big brained it. I was lurking in your stream when you did it. So I got the points for participating in the raid. Hell yeah. Slowly but surely. Thank you, Maz. You can't escape it. God damn it. I can't believe for the price of that he got both of us. That's almost as good as when I accidentally jump scared everybody being like, "Could you hear this?" And then like there was no audio and I accidentally turned on the audio and it blasted people. That was an oops. Also, holy shit. That's so loud. Let's see, what were you doing? You doing an ASMR stream? Were you reading a book? I mean, when I glanced over there, I saw you had a book out. Were you reading the book to everybody?
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Thank you for the lurk, Trazzle.
You mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
And good luck on your test.
Looking for beans!
God
I've
damn
just
it.
explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified
So
for
loud.
me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Know what? What are you laughing at, bitch?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
What did you do, Xingqiu?
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret.
What did you do,
In
Xingqiu?
the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
What'd you
No,
do, you little
Jen Yu.
shit?
It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yai publishing house, but Lady Yai also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Jen Yu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Jen Yu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution.
He's looking like printing paper.
So these past few days, Jen Yu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Jen Yu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse.
Oh.
To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Jen Yu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess.
It's wider than your leg.
All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yai publishing house had requested autographs of authors so that they could be put on display. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and elegant signature for the event. But looking back on it now, I had dug myself into a hole by delivering that nice signature for the sake of my pride.
Just have messy
Hey,
handwriting.
come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Shall lurk while you try to get the last trophy for Tiny Tina. Ooh, you're gonna get the plat. You gotta be posting that plat trophy in games Discord. I wanna see it. I wanna see that plat.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Shincho and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
Oh, the lurk command broke.
Probably be
Cool.
heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Oh, well, there it goes. Huh. I literally did the exact same thing that you did. Alright, weird. It says you're not allowed to lurk, apparently. But don't worry, I will allow you to lurk this time. But it seems the bot doesn't like when you do that. Alright, I want to see what the new look for the painting is going to be. No lurk is allowed. Punishment is death. Oh god. Mike here is the one enforcing that.
What are you doing here?
Be prepared
Aren't
to
you
fight
supposed
him.
to be on leave these few days?
Yeah, we got some shit. Don't worry about
I'm very
it.
sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Jen Yu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy today.
Well,
I understand.
go sign more shit.
Murata, go back to Yai Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the second floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Jen Yu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes.
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We've worked with them before, so I'll go and ask them to help out too.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
Oh, yeah.
No need to worry, Zhenyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Xingqiu still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
Yeah, I'm glad it was not that big of a deal.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop. But I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh?
Yeah, who's
You
been
mean
doing that?
whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kassen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Xingqiu yet.
Yeah, there was no poem hunt competition. I'm sorry.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
Sure, why not?
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
I should make the squished one. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can actually grab that. If you want that as the 20k emote, I could try, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to grab that image. And I suppose I could try to squish it in my photo editing thing, but I don't know how to do that.
Be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Oh, let's take a look. Oh!
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all.
Goodness! God, Albedo is just so talented and hot and perfect.
Wonder how Xingqiu's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Xingqiu with something? He's a friend of ours, and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound?
It's a cat.
It was just a cat.
Hi,
Looks like
Kingdom!
we can't make them reveal themselves that easily.
Welcome on in. How are you doing? Kingdom Red! Kingdom Red! Hi! Oh, Mass, when you do the shout out, you don't have to put the @ anymore. You can just put their name. Like this. Because it adds the @ into the URL, and then it makes the URL something that you can't click on. I mean, it still works, it still pops up, but the point is that, like, the way the code is done, it's supposed to just take that name and make a URL from it, and it leads to their Twitch. And if you put the @ in there, it will show up in the URL, and that gets a little weird, and it doesn't work. What were you playing? Let me take a look. Where was it? Good lord, there's accidentally so much stuff. Where is it? Come back. No, my thing won't stop auto scrolling. Stop auto scrolling. I can't scroll up. I know, I'm so smart. I got smart, Mike. Also, for some reason, I can't stop it from auto scrolling immediately to the bottom. It won't stop doing that. It's like it's glitching. Very weird. No, stop doing it. There we go. Ooh, you're playing Kingdom Hearts. Which Kingdom Hearts are you playing? You were playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep? I'm trying to think of what other ones were there. Not quite. Were you playing... What was it? What was the one that I skipped? One with the card games? Where you're running and doing this card?
Now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
The sus person is there! You're nearing the end of 2! And you are going back to Chain of Memories. I predicted the future. Have you done any of the secret bosses in any of the Kingdom Hearts games? I don't think I did that whenever I did that. Hell yeah. Quest complete, let's go. Look at that. Oh, we could have Theater Mechanicus now. Nice, nice. Okay. I gotta get to the docks and wait from 7 to 9. Oh my god, I also forgot that Klee is technically here. Klee came with Albedo. I didn't mention it because we didn't see her because she's been sleeping in the room. But Klee is also here. You've beaten all the secret bosses in one, and you beat Sephiroth? Oh my god. I remember going into a fight with Sephiroth and getting like pretty much one shot, and I'm like, yep. That feels about right. So I got demolished. And I said, you know what? I kicked your ass in regular and hard mode on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't need to do it again. I'm good. I'm really excited to go back to playing the Kingdom Hearts series. I'll be doing Dream Drop Distance this Friday.
Let the show be.
And then I think there's 3 things in that collection, and then I'll be on to Kingdom Hearts 3. I should also go back to playing Melody of Memories. It's the rhythm game. I got it a while ago, and I played it a little bit, but I didn't play too much of it. What would you say is your favorite Kingdom Hearts game? That is to anyone in chat, not just Kingdom. Fuck, it's between 7 and what? Yeah, good enough. You're playing with a friend right now. She likes it a lot. Nice, nice.
Really bring the night.
It's already time for us to be at the docks. Let's go!
Actually, my favorite...
The arrival schedule says ship stopover, 1 person. Does that mean we're only welcoming 1 guest today?
I wonder who this one guest could be. But my favorite Kingdom Hearts game so far has actually been Birth by Sleep, because I really like the Keyblade style things that they did, and it really upset me to only hear that they did that just that one game. And I'm like, no, I liked that thing. That was cool. Toss up between 2 and 3, but it's a
Guess we can rest a
third.
bit.
Well, by that standard, it must be really good. I'm looking forward to it.
Look, that figure on the wharf. It looks like Kazuha.
Kazuha! Kazuha! Oh my god! Hi! Kazuha, come home! Kazuha, come home! Please rerun him! Kazuha, come back!
Greetings, Traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Iridori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either. Returning as a guest for the Iridori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's good to have an opportunity to return to my homeland and pay respects to my old friends.
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to be looking for something. What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I suddenly heard light footsteps around me.
Look at our precious boy! Oh, he's got such soft eyes. But this is also the same person who said that, like, the punishment for being a thief is to break their arms, or so you don't do it again. And I'm like, that's intense, and I'm about it.
I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier.
Man, they committed and just fucking dove into the water.
Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of them, I found this strange piece of paper by my feet.
Oh, does the paper happen to have a poem written on it?
Huh. How did you know?
I'm just good like that.
Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen. Sure, here it is. Please, have a look.
Oh, they didn't like that he reused one of his own poems?
Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akihito. And sure enough, this is a story about him. The story this time basically says that Akihito got his name from his love of red seals. However, the Shogun discovered that he had committed plagiarism, and he was soon exiled. Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. This is just showing that they're not perfect, and that's good. It's more relatable, you know? Kingdom Hearts Hex Black Clover is all... back cover is all cutscenes. Oh, so we basically have a movie event. I see. Gonna skip the post-game content for now. Gotta get through the story as soon as I can. I have no doubt you'll be able to get through them real quick.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the Shogunate. So I'm not all that different from Akihito mentioned in this story.
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the Shogun because of his wrongdoings. You did nothing wrong, Kazuha. Huh? Traveler, what
No,
are you
he did.
thinking about?
He defied the Shogun, remember?
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right?
You should make...
In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has also been signed. Perhaps using a seal could be a feasible solution.
Yeah, that's true. We could just take a print of his perfect signature that he likes. Thank you for reverse beans. You can take a signature for his... We can take that signature and we can make it into a stamp. So it's still his signature. Or you just stamp it and then boom, done. Done and quickly, you know? After 2, you're gonna play Halo Infinite. Ooh, I've never played it. You wish Recoded was actually remade. That is surprisingly so good. That's right. Wasn't Recoded on there just cutscenes? Or rather, didn't they just put the cutscenes together and not the actual game?
While sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal, I might be able to help.
Oh. That's an idea! Quick, let's go tell Albedo!
Oh, Kazuha and Albedo in the same, like, frame together? It's too much. They're too precious. Oh, it's just cutscenes. I see. Hi, Albedo. It's Albedo.
Albedo, we figured out a way to help Shincho!
Eric, welcome on in. Look at these two cuties. We have my boy Albedo and we have Kazuha. I fucking love Kazuha. He has such kind eyes. He's so precious.
Interesting. A story of the 5 Kasen appears again, and with a timely solution. A stamped seal, huh? Let me think. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However...
However...
Since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books. But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course. Let's go to Ouya restaurant now to discuss my idea with everyone.
Oh, we're going back to that indoor restaurant? On the other fucking side of the island? Good lord. Wow, really making me teleport. Kazuha is one of the only characters I'm missing. I'm only missing 4 now that I got Ayaka. Oh, there we go. Game slowed down for a minute there. Right. It's up on the 2nd floor, right? Oh! What an interesting art! No! Hello!
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. Oh, I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long and Shincho's already zombified.
Good lord.
Mr. Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma. In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts.
Oh?
First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design.
Exactly.
In
That's
addition,
what I just said. Big
I'll
brain.
also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Jinyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think. All right, I think that would work. Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the result should be very beautiful as well.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Unfortunately.
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book. But if we adopted Calx's proposed method, we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors signed their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Oh?
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other two authors participating in the new release event.
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
Yes, he is amazing.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here. The books that Jinyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the Eye Publishing House.
Cool.
We did it. The event is saved.
We did it.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu. Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air.
You heading out? Have a good night, One Up. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, cutscene.
We still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
Oh, there we go.
Traveler, there you are.
Hi, Yaka. I just got you today.
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand. This bard just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such, we came together to find you two. But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before. Here's the paper. Please, have a look.
Submerge the versions in clear water and the truth did emerge. What?
Huh. All the poems we found before were roughly the same length. But this one is only 2 lines.
Clear,
And
to
even
the
though
point.
there are only
Love
two
it.
short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear." Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
Oh?
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
this? Oh, this is water. We could have done this in here. This little water thing.
Hot springs were really nice.
Whee! There we go.
Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper!
Oh. Wow, this is an interesting view to see all of them just chilling like that. I'm gonna save that screenshot. Hi Nova Jane, how are you doing? Long time no see.
Let Paimon see what it says.
Going over his poetry, I found that plagiarized piece did not have his sacred scarlet seal. I submerged the verse into clear water and the truth did emerge. The true verses were not washed away, but the text of that despicable crime faded. He passed by me just as he was writing a verse for them. One storm had yet to settle, and it was already time to write new poems. But
Story says that after Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would that happen?
because they were written by someone else, maybe. We're just doing the new event, and look at all these characters coming together for a cultural festival. Isn't that cute? My brain had a stroke when I said cultural. But we're good. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing good.
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture. To ensure the text lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating could also prove just as difficult. However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the Shogun, surely one of those two methods was used to protect it.
Ooh, you were playing some Apex earlier? How was it? I haven't played Apex in so long. I've been good. I've been doing a lot of working. We are slowly reaching the VTuber goal. That is thanks to the payoff from Twitch and also my own personal funds. So everything that you guys give to me goes into there, but a lot of my money is in there too. And I'm very excited. I finally put together pretty much all of the reference photos. I just need a couple more, so I'm really excited about that. And this Friday we're gonna go back to Kingdom Hearts. I'm finally gonna finish the whole series. I've been re-inspired since 4 is coming out soon.
But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
Also, I'm just really happy to be doing this event. Look at all these characters come together. Look at Kazuha. Oh, it's so good to see Kazuha and now Beidou.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up!
Oh.
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
There you go. The next 2 portraits should be ready in no time.
Yes. And now that all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
Ooh, let's see how this artwork gets revealed.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the Shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Akahito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen.
Oh?
Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name.
Kazuha
Such a
drawn as him.
distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akahito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
But who framed him? And why? Oh, there it goes. Oh, we have Ayaka as the reference for that one. So beautiful. And there's Kazuha. What's wrong, Paimon?
Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out. One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuronushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
Oh! Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuronushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akahito's poetry collection in a stream. Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akahito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akahito.
Really?
What? Kuronushi?
Apparently so, that's why he's not mentioned.
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 Kasen. Since the Shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 Kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay. Paimon is finally starting to get it now.
However, this also brings something else to mind. The story of the 5 Kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately. Which begs the question, is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
Oh?
A Kuronushi? In our world?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him.
Kazuha!
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Hi, Kazuha.
Hey, Kazuha. Are you okay? You've been standing in front of this blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
That's impossible. He looks adorable as always.
Apologies for making a wild assumption, but has the story of the 5 Kasen reminded you of anything?
Yes. A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Hey, we're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden Gokuden? What's that?
The what?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same thing. But it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it here without the consent of Miss Kamisato.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it.
Oh?
However, this matter is somewhat complicated and may be difficult to explain. Let me start with the Raiden Gokuden. As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs, and Inazuma's art of forging swords is a very important part of our culture. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions in the Yashiro Commission. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Aminoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara family.
Oh?
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
He's a skilled
Yes,
swordsman.
but that's
How
all
would you
part
never
of the
notice?
past now. The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled all over Tevat to find a way to revive the family business. But it was to no avail. And in my generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, 3 of the families suffered various misfortunes and disappeared completely. Later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe out the Raiden Gokuden. However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing more than a conspiracy theory.
Indeed. I've also believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young. Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan's position in the Yashiro Commission as well. After reading the story of the 5 Kasen, I can't help but feel like it's pointing me toward the truth behind that incident.
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
I still can't say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. Let's meet here again at noon tomorrow. I will tell you everything I know then.
Another day? Oh, look at that! We already got 2 more things. Can I not do the other... the next quest?
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Wait until the following afternoon between 12 and 1400. Okay. There we go. Alright, where do I... Oh, the following afternoon. Next day. My mistake. There we go. Oh god, everybody appeared. Holy shit. Where did you come from?
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived. Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago. In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment. The Kaedahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaedahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly thereafter.
Oh no.
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family's status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation.
I see.
But, thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
Yes, you're very handsome, brother.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaedahara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case. However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather, the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato.
Oh no.
I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
Sure. Palace dyed in black. Okay, once we complete all these, then we can do all those little side little side quests that were being given. I just want to complete the main stuff of the event. Yep, there we are. This place is beautiful. I want to try and complete all of the stuff that the event has in one day, because I don't want to stream this another day. It would throw off my schedule so bad if I were to just try to fit this in before the event expires. So if I have to stream this until I beat all of the stuff, then so be it. So, where the fuck is she hiding? Oh, this room. Hi, Aka. Ooh. Let me steal one of your books. You didn't see that, right? No, there is no way. There's no way she knew.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
Uh-huh.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At
No,
this
let's dip it
point,
in water.
we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
Yo, they actually are gonna. Okay. Looks down at it. I can't read.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge. Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara clan all those years ago.
Oh my god.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world.
Oh,
My
no.
grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing. Looking back at it now, the argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Oh, Kazuha.
I heard that your great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young, but later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts. It appears that his failure took quite a toll on him.
No.
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, if you can't find the secret within? Did he use those exact words?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words, and still remembers them very clearly. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Wait, Abeda, are you trying to say that he hid it on purpose?
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, your skills aren't sufficient? But instead he said, if you can't find the secret within. Don't you find that a little strange?
Huh? Oh. So you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's tampering?
Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
All right, let's get moving.
Hell yeah, let's go! Fuck, that's not the door. This is the door. This room is very simple, and yet I still somehow managed to almost get lost in it. I don't understand. How does my brain work sometimes? Where are we going? To the Tenryou Commission? Oh god. That's the Tenryou Commission, right? This is also where the Shogun is. Can we replay her fight? I think you can, right? Or is that considered, isn't that also... This is where you can fight, what's her face? Senora, right, we can fight her there. We could do that fight again if you guys really want me to. But right now, I just kind of want to finish doing this shit that we already got before we add more onto it. The stuff that we're doing now has a time limit of 5 more days.
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
Come to ask you about something.
Kujo Sara. Perhaps you still remember me.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has since been repealed.
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission. Do you know where all their belongings are now?
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station. Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a personal matter.
No.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Thank you, Sara!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
Oh?
That's all in the past now, Kujo Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles.
Oh, look at those eyes.
However, may I ask something of you?
Yes? What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of no use to me. Madam Kujo, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
Oh.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
Oh, God! Oh, he's so precious. I almost just jumped to my death. I would have run out of stamina and fallen and died. Oh, look at those that they have up for the festival. I love the cute little decorations.
Ah, you must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Well, Madame Kujo's already informed me of the situation. Please, come this way. The Kaedehara clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout in order to save space. My deepest apologies.
That's fine.
However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please, come see me if you require any assistance.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we split up and look for clues.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help, everyone.
Oh wow. Have to look around this old warehouse. Hi, Kazuha.
I'll be checking around here. You and the others can start looking elsewhere.
Oh, our short little king. How's it going, Ayaka?
It's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
Oh.
It's a nice rack, yeah.
If the Kaidahara clan was a family of renowned swordsmiths, then this blade should be super valuable, right? Maybe it's a treasure of the Ishin art!
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood, the swords placed here appear to be quite ordinary. Due to the dire financial situation of the late Kaidahara clan, everything of value has probably been sold off already. The blade on the sword hasn't been sharpened, but there are many signs of use on the hilt. Perhaps Kaidahara used it for training as a child.
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters etched into the scabbard. Kazuha. Wow, so it really was Kazuha's!
Found his childhood
Imagine
sword.
what Kazuha was like as a kid.
Oh, even more precious and adorable than he is now, I'm sure.
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
Kazuha, guess what we found? We found your childhood sword. What you looking at?
What did you find, Shincho?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades. This pile over here is all about plants and flowers.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting. I shall take a closer look and let you know if I find anything.
Okay, what else? Of course, Venti found the liquor.
There must be some around here somewhere. Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside, right?
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink?
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now. Why do you look so worried?
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sarah to sell all these belongings. What if we don't end up finding anything today? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago? You know, just saying.
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think. Since Kazuha made such a request to Sarah, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth or not today, or whatever it turns out to be, he's ready to accept it.
Oh, this must be your Archon's intuition after all. He does have an anima vision.
No, not intuition. Rather, I've lived for a long time now, so you could say I have some experience in reading people. Leave the things here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
I'm gonna find Venti's like just drinking down an entire bottle. Hi, Albedo. It's Albedo.
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
What are you talking about? You're standing right there. You're the most valuable thing in this room. And Kazu has a close second.
Whoa, this folding screen looks pretty old, though.
Yes. Perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth. That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. It's likely that this patch of dirt is from the very flower pot thrown by Kazuha's grandfather. Because this is not what we're looking for now. Let me think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would probably choose to leave it on something a little more special.
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard. We better not bother him.
Everyone, I've found something that you should all have a look at.
Oh, seems Kazuha discovered something. Let's go see what he's got.
Oh, it's the bonsai tree they were talking about.
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
A little bit, yeah.
After my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time, and even instructed my grandfather not to throw it away in his will. My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was. But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper. Do you think someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink, like that which Miss Kamisato found before?
Yes, I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk then.
There is a pond outside the police station. I'll use the water there.
Alright, let's go! Oh, they're just gonna move me. Okay. That works too. Is it stuck? Oh, there it goes. Oh, textures didn't fully load. There they are.
Well, how did it go? Those weren't just plain old sheets of paper, were they?
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it. It is a letter, written by my great-grandfather.
Oh? What does the letter say?
Is it something you could share with us?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere.
Oh?
Everyone, please follow me.
Okay. Into the pond. Go to the seaside. So back to the port? Don't know why you would want to do that. Oh, it's on the other side of the fucking island. Alright, fine, whatever. I already committed to running this far. It's not like it's that far, actually. Oh, Sakura's. I would collect them if I had someone that does Electro. I haven't had someone in Electro on my team in a very long time. I'm happy with my current setup. Hi? Alright, that's clearly for something, and I don't remember what that is. But yeah, if you wanted to go to the seaside, the sea is... It's like right there. Oh, all the way to the beach, I see. Well, I'll take these, like, berries that look like lemons.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
Is this place related to the contents of the letter?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very location.
Oh?
Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaedehara clan and the Raiden Gokaden. It reads...
Who?
To whoever reads this letter, I, Kaedehara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life. I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I've finally decided to disclose the matter. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission, I was not injured by one of the fleeing smiths. Rather,
it was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings, and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then turned and left.
That looks like Scaramouche. What's that?
Wow. So that's what really happened.
Yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kuni Kuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened. Because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden, my great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business. He said, "As the leader of the Kaedehara clan, I am deeply ashamed to witness the decline of the
What the hell was
Ishin
that?
art. But as a father, it is my priority to ensure the safety of my children and grandchildren." Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth. Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, It appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams, and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy. I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly, and investigate the identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi. Rest assured.
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart. But now I've managed to calm myself. My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the past. Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I feel like they are still valid nonetheless. I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the past, there are also things we wish to strive for. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind eye. These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
That was definitely Scaramouche. Nope, I don't want to teleport to the flower place. I want to teleport to the teleport thing. Silly.